Most men hear no and walk away. He hears it, looks at the bull that almost killed him and says, "Put me back on." 140 pounds, 1,800 pounds of pure rage. And somehow every single time he wins, $6 million, a body held together by surgery and tape. Is it courage? Maybe, but courage has limits. What this man has goes somewhere past that line. Before the body finally gives out, you have to ask, what does it actually cost to become a legend? J.B. Mauney was born in Charlotte, North Carolina, into a family where Cowboy wasn't a costume, it was a way of life. By the time most kids were riding bicycles, J.B. was already on bucking horses, learning how an animal thinks before he ever learned how to fight one, but he was never the most talented kid in the pen. He was just the one who refused to leave. He got thrown, he got hurt, he got told he wasn't built for this. And every single time, he came back the next morning like the pain was just part of the schedule. His mother watched all of it, the bruises, the limping, the bleeding, and never stopped him, because some things in a person run too deep to redirect. When JB became a father himself, that same tension came full circle. His little girl would see the ice on his knees and the tape on his ribs and have no way of knowing her daddy was putting his life on the line every weekend. He wanted to be there for her. But the moment he walked toward that chute, everything else disappeared. That is the price a cowboy family pays, loving someone built for something dangerous and choosing to love him anyway. J.B. Mauney didn't just break records, he broke the idea of what was even possible in this sport. He became a two-time PBR World Champion, winning his first title in 2013 and coming back to claim his second in 2015, proving the first one was no accident. He crossed $6 million in career earnings, a number so large that even the people who watched him earn it had trouble believing it was real. But the titles and the money are only half the story. The other half lives in the moments that made entire arenas go silent. In 2015, JB did something nobody in the history of bull riding had ever done. He rode Asteroid, one of the most feared bulls on the planet, a bull that had thrown off every single rider who had ever climbed on him. The score that night was 95.25 points. The crowd didn't just cheer, they lost their minds. Then there was his ride on Bruiser, a bull so violent and unpredictable that most riders wouldn't even look him in the eye from across the pen. JB not only stayed on, he made it look controlled. His career buck-off percentage sits among the lowest of any elite rider in PBR history, meaning while everyone else was hitting the dirt, JB was still moving his hips and finding the rhythm. He didn't survive this sport. He mastered its scar tissue, broken ribs, lacerated liver and all. J.B. Mauney didn't walk into the PBR looking for a team to carry him. He walked in looking for the rankest bull in the pen. From the moment he turned professional, everyone around him could see this wasn't a man chasing a paycheck, this was a man chasing something personal. He joined the PBR circuit and immediately started doing what nobody else wanted to do, requesting the most dangerous matchups, climbing on bulls that had already ended other careers, and treating every weekend like it was his last chance to prove something. His team around him was never loud or flashy. It was the quiet, kind coaches who understood that JB didn't need his mechanics rebuilt, he needed his instincts sharpened. The people closest to him knew that overcoaching him was the fastest way to ruin him. So instead they studied tape with him, slowed down his rides frame by frame, and let him see for himself exactly where his timing broke and where his body was already doing something nobody else could teach. His goal was never complicated. He said it himself, if you are not in this sport to be the absolute best, stop now. Not top 5, not competitive, the best. That singular focus is what separated him from riders with more natural talent and better bodies. While others protected themselves, JB picked the bulls that protected nothing. Every nod of his head at that chute was a statement, and the PBR heard it every single time.